Hey guys, I am bringing you the last boss fight of the Nexus raid. From the villain perspective, here we are fighting Steam-powered Batman, Future Batman, and Primal Batman. I'm so happy that we are finally able to beat this, and I'm so proud of all the guys and girls in our raid group. Pretty much steamrolled the first, or actually all the bosses with the exception of this boss. Like, we got through the raid really quickly. We ended up running with one tank here, and that just worked out really well for us. I wouldn't say that everybody in our raid group is all full tier 5. I know some of them have some tier 5 pieces. I don't have any tier 5 pieces yet. I don't even have the blue pieces out of the tier 5 4-man ops. I just have green pieces, and I still have a couple tier 4 pieces. And then I did get the neck out of here, the healer neck. I think it's like combat rating 85 or something like that. But I would say that's the only, and I got the belt from the 4-man ops. So I guess those are the only two like OP pieces I have. But I don't think everybody in here has, a ton of tier 5 gear. I do know a few people do have some pieces, but still, this raid is definitely doable. It's just you gotta make sure that you understand the boss mechanics and just the fights, and you guys should run through this no problem. I've run through the first 3 bosses on the hero side, and it's a little different. The bosses are a little different, but all the rooms have some of the same mechanics in them, so it wasn't too hard to pick up on what you needed to do. But here, our main strategy was making sure that when the shields came up, the first person who had the shield would go to the bottom of the ramp to get into this room, and then the person who got the second shield would run towards the tank so that the tank was protected during Primal Batman's like one-shot blast. The biggest thing to remember here is when the shields come up is to not freak out and to not bunch up together right when they come up, because you'll have a little time in between when the shields come up until Primal Batman does his one-shot move. So, you just want to stay spread apart. And then once you see that, skull above Primal Batman's head, you'll have a few seconds to be able to get within range of that shield. Like here. I don't think I'd make it here. Oh no. I don't know. The shield disappeared. I'm watching this again, and I swear somebody over here had the shield and then they didn't have it. But maybe I got hit by something else. I'm not sure. I'd have to watch the video over again on that part. But you just need to make sure that you get like within range, and you don't necessarily have to be all huddled up together. But it's just important that before that blast happens that you're not all standing together, because you can get one-shotted by the other bosses, and you don't want your whole raid group to go down while you're waiting for Primal Batman to do his one-shot move. So that's the biggest thing that we had to get down here. And once we got that down, it wasn't a problem DPSing the bosses and pretty much surviving this raid. It's a lot of, this fight. It's a lot of fun. I really like this raid. But I'm just like super happy that we are finally able to beat this. As you can see, I did remove my watcher and I added Invocation of Renewal, and I like it. It's not too bad. I haven't tested anything else out yet. I might switch some things up, but I like it just for the fact that the heals are really big and they definitely help out but you have to kind of anticipate the damage that your team is going to take because of the cast time or the cast bar on there. So I'm primarily watching Immortal's bar and health bar, and usually when it starts to go down I can hit Rejuve and then pop Invocation of Renewal, and at times helps because that Rejuve will keep him up a little bit along with the circle. And then you have Phantom, who's nature, so he's got his pheromones on Immortal, and then if somebody goes down, I can, like me, right there. Usually by the time they get up, the cast time is over, and so they'll get that heal. I think there's one part here, a doll goes down, and I think I get the heal off so that when she gets up, she's healed for like this crazy amount. But the other thing that's really frustrating is when you do happen to go down, you like glitch out, and so you, when you're trying to, I think, move, you just end up rolling. So that's why you see me hitting my start button, and then you can see my chat going off like I'm gonna type something, but I just hit start really quickly right when I get up so that I don't glitch out and I can heal and move and stuff like that. But I mean, that's really the strategy that we had for this. You could stand really in any place you wanted to. We kind of use this circle here as an indicator as to how far we need to spread out. So I mean, I think that's a good idea. That's a good thing, to just keep keep the bosses in the middle. But this is definitely doable with one tank. I know I was gonna post the other boss fights, but they the developers that updated the game, or not the game, updated some of the rooms so that ad spawn after I think a certain amount of time that you're in there with the boss fights. But I forgot to record one of the rooms that we are in, and so I didn't want to post up an older video from like last week. I only have the other room, so I'll still post those up so you can see the boss fights. But for us, it worked really well just having one tank, and the part where you have to split groups, we found a pretty good strategy since we didn't have another tank. We could have gotten another one, it's just we didn't have one online, and then another tank did happen to get on, but he wasn't geared enough to come in here. So we kind of just had to make do. Yeah, we could have gotten a pug, but we really just wanted to keep this within our own league. So you'll see Primal Batman finally go down, and I wish I could have recorded the in-game audio or in-game voices, but I'm still trying to figure out how to set that up with my monitor, and I have like a converter and an HDMI converter and for my PVR. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try and figure that out, but kind of sad we didn't get a plan. We got a DPS Traces in Time belt. And you'll see, I type in here Time Traveler. I get those two mixed up. Traces in Time is the raid drops, raid style drops that come out of here. Time Traveler is the gear that drops from the 4-man T5 ops and I think the iconic anomalies. So I show the stats here for all the gear, but I think that's about it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching, and that's it. Okay, bye.